when I do the Jordan Harbinger Show, I'm not thinking, okay, I need to sell my consulting. And I'm not thinking, okay, I need to like make sure that everyone's interested in my book. You know, I don't have a book. So what I'm thinking of is.
So for those of you that don't know, we have Jordan Harbinger on the show, a Wall Street lawyer turned interview talk show host, and has one of the most popular podcasts in the world, the Jordan Harbinger Show, which has over 11 million downloads per month and features guests such as Kobe Bryant, Tony Hawks, and Simon Sinek, to name a few. Finally, Jordan is a world-class expert in social skills, human dynamics, and psychology. Jordan, we're absolutely thrilled to have you on CEO Sphere's 2 Minutes, One Question podcast. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me on, guys. I appreciate it.
Welcome once again, and thank you for your time. So here goes the one question that our audience has selected for you. And that question for you, Jordan, is what is the differential factor that made the Jordan Harbinger Show rise above all the rest?
For me, look, this is a matter of opinion, right? But what I do when I do the Jordan Harbinger Show, I'm not thinking, okay, I need to sell my consulting. And I'm not thinking, okay, I need to like make sure that everyone's interested in my book. I don't have a book. So what I'm thinking of is if I'm an attorney, right, I have clients, I have a fiduciary duty to those clients, which means I have to act like I am like, what would I do if I were them? Not what's best for me as the attorney, but what is best for them if I am that person's brother or if I am them myself. Now, that's what I think of when I think of the listener. So if I get a commercial and I'm like, they're paying me a lot of money, but it's kind of a crappy ass product, I say no to it, even though it costs me money in the short term, because I believe long term that people trust me more. And then that trust is what actually builds the business over time, right? You want people to say the Jordan Harbinger Show is so good. This guy's interviews are so good. He really does the work. He really does the prep. Even the sponsor spots are funny. You don't want them to go, it's a good show, just the ads are, they're a little cringe, but just fast forward through them. Or, I bought something from it and it was kind of crap, but like the show is good. You don't want that. You want them to just wholeheartedly jump behind you and share, because even though you're turning money down in the short term, you're actually making it in the long term, because word of mouth is for universally the best manner of referral for podcasting. Paid ads, social media come in a close second, but social media is just word of mouth online, right? So if you are really nailing that, you're saving millions of dollars over the course of your business, or possibly per year, depending on what your business is. You're saving that. You don't have to spend that to get the same effect that you're building because your audience trusts you. So it actually costs you money to burn trust, even though you think, great, I earned an extra 10 grand, 20 grand this month or this week or whatever it is. You're actually losing the money because you're spending trust. The thing is, you just don't see your trust account going down when you see your bank account going up. You see your bank account going up and you think, I'm killing it. But really, you should be looking at your trust account and imagining that going up, even if your bank account is not going up at the same rate. If you're playing the game right, you're doing the right thing and you're doing what's right for your audience, then that's going to grow you faster than getting an extra few $1,000 and spending it on Facebook ads.
Wow.
This episode sponsored by Diet Coke.
Awesome. Well, listen, I told you, Coca-Cola did sponsor this podcast, but the one thing that I want to kind of take away from this massive answer is, hey, trust and actually delivering to your audience above all the rest. Mm-hmm. I feel like money only leads us until a certain point. I feel like with your show, Jordan, you have demonstrated that always you put the audience above everything, and kind of bringing us those exceptional guests. So it's really a pleasure hearing that from you right here in CEO Sphere and having you. So I wanted to thank you once again for your time and say to everyone who has not yet listened to Jordan Harbinger's podcast, which, let's be honest, are only a selected few, they should they should probably go download some episodes and actually, listen to it.
Thank you so much, guys. It's a fun format, the 2-minute thing. And so I appreciate it. And thanks for having me on.
So I'm going to go sign up for your course. You have a course, right?
Yeah, the course is free. It's the 6-minute networking thing. It's just about networking and relationship development. It's free. There's no upsell. I don't sell anything there. I just made it for the audience because I kept explaining these concepts and I was like, oh, I should just make this course. Eventually I'll figure out, I'll monetize it by doing something else. But, contrary to internet marketer advice, I'm not just going to sell something so that I have something to sell. I'm going to sell something because it's good. And so, that requires a little bit of work. And that's what we're working on.
Well, much appreciated. So everyone who has not signed up, go sign up now because it's actually free, right? And it's
free. There's no credit card and for none of those tricky, put your credit card in here and then I'm going to email you for 3 years. None of that. Thanks, guys. Have a great week.
You too. Awesome. Thank you so much, Jordan.
Take care. Bye.
Okay. Well, that was some great fun. Jordan is such a fun guy. Every single time that I watch his podcast, that's the energy that he has, that kind of like hooks me in, and it's something that is much appreciated, right? He's a very honest guy. You can see it right here. And that's why I wanted to kind of reach out, tell our audience that, hey, Jordan has a free course that truly, it's absolutely free and it's phenomenal. And we didn't even speak about a promotion. So, hey, this is something that, guys, you should take advantage of. Jordan is a specialist in also, in social skills and in human dynamics and psychology. So there is so much to learn from him just by listening. And you can see in his answer, Robbie, I don't know what are your thoughts, but my key takeaway is trust with your audience, relationship with your audience above all the rest.
Yeah, absolutely. So that was something that I hooked onto as well, that he places the trust of his audience higher than any kind of quick money making scheme. And that shows by the way that he approaches any kind of sponsorship. Like if the product or whatever it is that's going to be on his show is not something that he as a brand and as somebody who has a duty to serve his audience information that is helpful, he doesn't see that alignment, he doesn't see that usefulness, he immediately cuts it off because it's like it doesn't help my audience. And that's something that I like as what I really believe in, because I probably don't get as many as Jordan, but I've had people approach me for sponsorships, and they've been products and they've been services that have not been in my audience's best interest. Like, don't get me wrong, like everybody loves a ring light, but I don't want to tell my audience that, hey, grab yourself a ring light, because that is of no benefit to them, right? If you want a ring light, go to Amazon and buy one, because you'll realize that you need one.
And by the way, just for our audience, Amazon did sponsor this episode too. So Coca-Cola and Amazon.
But this is the thing, right? This is the thing. Like, make sure it aligns with your audience. When you say, hey, this is in partnership with like such and such, and they see the ad crop up, it's got to be something where they're like, I can actually use that. And regardless of whether or not I have the money to purchase it, I love the connection that's been made between this particular podcast episode and this product, because that makes sense. So I thought that was really, really important in terms of making sure that you maintain trust with your audience and don't show them things that they don't want to see. Don't push a product down their throat that they don't need.
Absolutely. And the other thing that it kind of led me to thinking, I don't know if it's the same with you, but for example, on social media, on Instagram for a takeaway, we put so much content, right? And there is so much free content. You put out free content regularly. I do too. But now, the amount of times that you ask your audience to purchase, your paid products should also be regulated. I don't know if you agree with me, but the amount of times you push your content consistently for them to purchase actually reduces the trust level. So you do see your bank account going up. But as Jordan said, where is your trust level with your audience? Where is your trust level with your listeners? And what I want to ask the audience here is, what matters more to you? Let us know in the comments. Is it the trust building, or is it the, hey, I want to earn some money because we all go on social media to earn some money? Or do we? Let us know in the comments.
Such a good question, Alek. And I would love to see what people's thoughts are. So I cannot wait to see the kind of feedback that we get from the audience. But the one thing that I will say is that there is a reason that it's called social media. It was built for the sole intention of interaction, not selling. It's there to hold conversations. It's there to build awareness so people know about you, so that you can connect with them and develop relationships. On the selling side, very small piece of the pie for businesses, but you should be building a connection with your audience, because that is what builds loyalty.
Yeah, well, that is a great thought to end this episode on. So thank you everyone who listened to this episode with Jordan Harbinger. And hey, go check out once again his podcast. It's absolutely amazing. From a podcast to another podcast, this is the format that we enjoy. This is the format that you enjoy. And let us know, hey, that episode, what did you think of Jordan's answer? Let us know what is your takeaway, because to us, what matters too is your opinion. And Robbie, once again, thank you for being here. Thank you, Jordan, too. And thank you to every single one of you listeners.
Absolutely. And thank you to Alek. And I second that. Thank the audience. And thank you, Jordan. So everyone, we'll see you next time. And we'll see you all
later.